CFL, Jackson here with the Studio, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. Sorry for the slightly late delay to start, but not like you can watch it live anyways.
Yep.
All
I
right.
was gonna say it's not like only like 5 people max, anyways.
Yeah. So, you want to start off with your CFL game?
Yeah. All right. So first up, we had the Hamilton Tiger Cats take on the Ottawa Red Blacks. This game did not go well for the Red Blacks. I want to say they lost to the Tiger Cats earlier in the season as well. If I'm remembering correctly, I didn't double check it, but
But they won this
Tiger
season,
Cats
so.
played well. Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Ottawa had much to play for anyways, and Tiger Cats neither, but a win is a win to end the season, especially a road win for the Tiger Cats.
It's
Uh,
Ottawa. Look at the score, Kyle.
oh, I misread that earlier. Wow. Yeah, I just straight up misread that earlier. Yeah, so Red Blacks beat the Tiger Cats. Wow, I don't know what I was thinking. Tiger Cats
You're with your
passing.
heart and not your eyes.
I mean, I'm fine with both of these teams. I'm going to be honest with you. But Red Blacks beat the Tiger Cats 37-31. Passing for the Tiger Cats, pretty good, 25 for 36, a little bit over. The line is usually 67% where you want to be around. It's a little bit over that for 425 yards. Only one touchdown, but an interception as well, averaging 11.8, which is kind of insane. Which also makes sense with them scoring way above their average on the season. Going into the Red Blacks passing, 26 for 38, slightly worse, not by much, but similar passing yards, 445, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 11.7 average. So altogether, slightly better day for Drew Brown over Mitchell. Rushing wise, neither team was really playing defense. 11 carries for 91 yards, 10 carries for 28. I mean, that kind of balances it out right there. And then 1 carry for 42 yards, 8 carries for 38, 1 for 11, and so on. So not really. So Tiger Cats did a little bit better on their rush, I would say, with Greg Bell, but yeah, not
Not by enough.
not by enough. And also on top of that, just neither team was playing defense. So if the Tiger Cats defense would have shown up at any point, it would have made a difference. But we got
the 5 field goals. That's almost showing up. I mean, the score could have been way worse.
It could have been 5 touchdowns worse. Mark Aligio, 4 with a long of 46, 1 extra point. And then Lewis Ward, 5 for 5 for 47 and 2 extra points. Yep. So moving on, Calgary Stampeders took on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It looks like the Roughriders weren't really trying in this game. Lost 27-12.
Shout out to
Jake
former
Mayer.
San Antonio Brahmas, Jack Cohn.
Yep. Jake Meyer.
Panther, Shea Patterson.
Jake Meyer, 19 for 26, pretty good for almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. So great, actually. Did way better than the Rough Riders passing. It wasn't even close. And then on the ground, they just beat him as well. Dedrick Mills, 20 carries for 128 yards, 6.4 average with a long of 61. So basically, all those yards came off 1 carry. Surprisingly, not a touchdown on a 61-yard rush.
Well, it's a 110-yard field, you know?
Yeah. Then Calgary, 2 for 2 on field goals. Got 3 extra points, and then Saskatchewan was 2 for 2 on their field goals, with 1 total touchdown, no extra point. So uh, their touchdown came at the end of the game, and it was already
Yeah.
kind of out of reach for him. I wouldn't say out of reach, but it was
Yeah.
definitely approaching it. Um,
Back in the
but
game
yep,
anyway, so yeah.
yep, that covers my games.
Alright, I have no video for my games because both my teams lost, and I'm not giving Nate any satisfaction by showing him scoring. So, Toronto, Edmonton beat Toronto with a punt single in overtime. So, yeah,
You don't want to show that one?
nope. But it was a backup goal because Toronto was already locked in basically, and Edmonton's already locked out. So,
I love and I hate that rule, the punt single. I think it's a stupid way to end a game, but it's a really funny way to score points.
yeah, the good game by Trey Ford there, 3 touchdowns, 300 yards. Nick Arbuckle threw a pick, but you know what do you expect from a third string quarterback? So yeah, 1 point game, and then another 1 point game as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers got their revenge finally against the Owls, 28-27. So kind of split reps for Winnipeg, but all that Claros for the Blue Bombers. So this is a Grey Cup rematch, and it might be a prelude to the Grey Cup again, as both teams are the 1 seeds. So, well, look forward to that. So we can hop into. I realized I wasn't streaming my screen for you. My bad, Kyle.
Yep, you're good. I'm just kind of following around on the spreadsheet, anyways, especially if you didn't get a recording for it.
Yeah. Go live. Good, we got the spreadsheet. So we gotta pick our brackets out. I am gonna go Toronto and BC. Gotta rep my boys in the Montreal. But I'll do Winnipeg, and I'm gonna go 24 to 24 to 18. What say you, Kyle?
Let me be optimistic here. Give me the Red Blacks and the Rough Riders. So the exact opposite of you.
Yep.
And then give me the Alouettes. And let's write it. Let's go Rough Riders. And then the final score. I literally was going to say 24-18.
Montreal.
Yeah. I guess I can do it because we won't match up
Yeah, we have
evenly.
different teams, so.
Yeah, we have different teams. So.
And we will wait and see what Nate gets. So
Yep.
final, Kyle finished 500.
Barely.
I finished 4 games above that, and Nate finished 2 games above that. So pretty step ladder kind of there. But we're all under 550 in win percentage, so not a great pick 'em for us this year. With Bolivia Mitchell, that Calara, Stu Brown, where you're 1, 2, 3 in passing, Oliveira, Stanback, Carey, and McGinnis, Hardy, and White. On to the X League. So that is you, Kyle.
Yep. All right. So first up, I had the Big Blue take on the Minerva AFC. So I finally found a extension to actually translate better. So I actually know what I am reading, and it has definitely saved me a lot of time in figuring these out.
Mine
So
still find in my browser.
lucky you. So this game ended in a 17-17 tie. Um, Basically, the Minerva got out to a quick 10-point lead into the half. The game remained scoreless in the third, so the game was scoreless in the third, so it went to 10-0 at the start of the fourth. At which point, uh, IBM started to actually do something at 2.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. They got a rushing touchdown. At 6 minutes, they got a passing touchdown. And then 11 minutes in, so after it had been tied up, sorry. Sorry, they took a 4-point lead. And then Minerva was able to get a rushing touchdown 11 minutes in, and then right at 12 minutes, IBM was able to get a field goal to tie it and tie up the game completely. So that benefits them, especially with the
51-second drive there.
Yeah, very impressive 51-second drive.
If you forget the fact that they're playing Fujifilm.
Yes. The run game, not great for IBM. They did have one good rusher. Hiramatsu was 8 for 96 with a long of 60, which isn't terrible. Their quarterback, though, couldn't really say the same. Completion rate just above 50%, 13 for 23 for 167 yards and a touchdown. I guess 167 yards isn't bad still, but I don't think I think that's probably why they were struggling. Just not a great completion rate, not great yards per attempt, but they were able to do enough at the end of the game, which is all that really matters. For Minerva, they did much better on the run, 15 for 139 by William Akira, with a long of 80, granted, but that's still really good. It's what, 9 yards? Somewhere around 9 yards per rush average. Then a few of their other rushers did pretty well. What seems to be their main back did not do that great, 21 for 39 yards. And then passing, 11 for 14 for 113 yards. Probably could have relied on their passing a little bit more, realistically, with a long of 40.
Or their American running back.
Yeah. Because it looks like he did pretty well, but their main back that they went with just did not have a good performance. Long of 17 isn't terrible, though, and still got a touchdown, and it was the touchdown to give them the lead. But yeah. Finally, this is the only other one I'm covering. So the Lions continue to be complete ass and lose 49-0 to the Kobe Finneys. If you look on the left, you can see that they were just getting destroyed the entire game. So they allowed 2 touchdowns in the first, 2 touchdowns in the second, a touchdown in the third, and 2 touchdowns in the fourth. Mitsubishi Lions, not great completion rates at all, both under 50%, 7 for 16 and 9 for 19 for 67 and 105 yards, respectively. Long of 26, long of and 24 as well, which isn't terrible, but when you consider that into the amount of yards total they had, it makes it look even worse with the completions they did get. Rushing game, best rusher, probably 5 for 26, which is averaging about 5 yards per carry, which is not good. Well, 3 for 17. That's about 6, which is still not good for the amount of attempts. So especially seeing their long was a 14, so they're basically 3 yards for 2 attempts prior to that, or after that.
I don't think your translator is working correctly.
For what?
Some of your names.
I could believe it.
I think it's trying to translate. I think a lot
That
of the
is
time,
really. I see exactly what you're talking about.
yeah, a lot of the time when it's just uh, kanji, sometimes it tries to translate simplified Chinese instead of Japanese. I think it's probably the
Yeah, I
problem
think
there.
that's what's happening. I think that's exactly what's happening. I would love to think someone has named that, but we're both looking at exactly the same name, right?
Yeah, probably.
Rushing on
The
Kobe.
white god is expensive.
Yeah. Um, they had a pretty okay game, I guess. 4 for 27 with a long of 14, one rushing touchdown. But it looks. I'm gonna be honest. Oh, there, I see it. I was trying to figure out where they dominated because their rushing didn't look too clear. Like it looked like they had a bunch of
Our
plays.
boy David Pindle.
Yeah, David Pindle absolutely murdered him. 12 for 13 for 238 yards with 3 touchdowns, long of 44.
It's his
Uh,
name is
dotted them up.
Yuki Shirakami.
I don't know.
If this
I
is
don't know. I
correct.
trust my translate.
Okay.
But yeah, good game for the Elecom Kobe's.
Alrighty. I do have video for my 3 games because I won all mine. So I can revel in the pleasure of my team scoring.
True.
I forgot to mute it. So the Rise versus the Suns is the first game. So the Broncos versus the 49ers. The Suns would get the first score of the game here, but the Rise would follow right back, and Palandech would scramble in for 7. Uh, the Suns would respond though, but then the Rise would respond right back. It's actually a pretty nice throw there. And then here in the third, beginning of the third, the Rise would put their foot down and show that they're the better team as this guy just
Oh,
walks through a tackle, and they would end up winning 42-21.
that's brutal.
Yeah. So
How do you get that far ahead of him and not realize that he's
yeah,
just like right behind you
Nick
like that?
Bowie here versus
Oh,
yeah, that was a
great catch.
pretty pass there. Uh,
Yeah.
that being said,
Oh, that one
it's
was also
it's
gorgeous.
the Frontiers, so they're just gonna come out and show that they're the better team. 35 to
Yeah,
7.
yeah,
Yeah.
that makes
And then we
sense.
have Tokyo Gas versus Panasonic. Here, Tokyo would get the first score there. Or no, that was actually Panasonic. I think Tokyo is the blue. So Tokyo would respond, but they'd be too little, too late, as Panasonic went on to 27-13. I get confused because both teams were blue. uh, so actually, let me pull up my scores. So first game, Rise versus the Suns. I did not translate. Let me just translate that real quick. There we go. As you can see, it was back and forth through the first, and then the second half, it was all Rise. So Kurt Palandech threw 5 touchdowns, 343 yards, which is quite a bit in this league.
Yep.
He also had the one rushing touchdown and also 50 yards on the ground, so he killed it. So shout out to our former high school football rivals.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, so big win, another big win here with the Frontiers versus the Challengers. It was a game for 10 minutes, and then it was all Fujitsu from there. Trayshawn Nixon, he did not actually break 100 yards this game, so disappointing game for him there.
Yep.
But I think he's still our leader in rushing yards. And in the final game, Tokyo Gas versus Panasonic. It was really all Panasonic. Tokyo scored to make it a little bit closer, but they were never really in it. Dred Evans did have a good game then for Tokyo Gas though, 14-19 to 42. But yeah, so on to this. Oh, I guess I can. Nate, the other game, Obic versus Oriental Bio was a blowout, as one would expect. So
It also looks like the quick jump ahead. I think the postseason is locked in. It's just positions.
probably because the bottom is so much worse than.
Yeah, there's three winless teams, and the next closest to IBM is a 1-4 team.
Yeah,
And I don't.
there's only
Yeah,
one more win
IBM
left.
just can't go that negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're what, like one. If they lose, they're still a half game ahead.
Yeah. So we just have seeding to arrange.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go challengers here. What about you, Kyle?
Let me go. Yeah, give me challengers.
I'm gonna go Fujitsu.
Yeah, if they didn't tie it this week, they would have been looking at elimination. Wow, that's impressive.
So they saved themselves. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go.
they saved
I'm gonna go
themselves.
Obic.
Give me. Ooh, I need to look. I'm tempted to take the Kobe's, but give me Obic.
He's going
I'd
Oriental.
have to be a moron to take the Lions, so give me Silver Star. Give me the Rise. Or no. Give me Impulse. My bad. I mixed them up. Which one the good one was?
They're both good.
Okay, fair.
I'll go Homerism there. Even though they're both
Mm-hmm.
my team, and the
Yeah,
Panasonic
give
will
me.
probably win. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm thinking Panasonic.
yeah, I'm gonna go Tokyo Gas on this last game.
Um, yeah, give me Tokyo Gas. Seeing the Suns are winless, but they're a much better winless than the Lions. I think they could
Yeah.
pull off a win still.
Here you go, Kyle. You can tie me this week if Panasonic
Oh, I
wins.
can.
Yeah,
Well, I can also fall behind Nate.
yeah, or fall to Nate, depending on what picks Nate makes.
Yeah.
Here we got Tyler Kolka, Kurt Palandich, and Garrett Saffron are your 1, 2, 3 in passing. Trayshawn Nixon, Joe Yoshizama, Yoshizawa, and then William Derrick Akira. Boogie Knight take Cunningham, and Daiki Uchida in receiving. And then there was just some movement in the postseason standings,
Yep.
but nothing major.
The Big Blues going all the way.
Definitely.
Yep.
And maybe if Kevin Kraft reactivates himself and starts playing instead of coaching.
Yep. Yep.
All right, and then we had our college football pick recaps. Kyle had a bad week in our favorite team picks.
Well, to be fair, I took Illinois as a joke, but
Yeah, I forgot to get Abilene's game. Let me go get Abilene's game. But good picks for all around for all of us here in the Mid States Football Association. So we really know what we're talking about when it comes to the NAIA football.
yep.
Definitely. wasn't because all the games are mostly easy.
Yep, definitely.
All right, let me go get the Nate game. Top of the first World Series, tied nothing nothing.
Whoa.
Not NFL.
Spoilers.
What? College football.
What game is it? Is it game 3 or game 4?
It's game 4, and the Dodgers are up
Yeah,
3.
it's about to sweep
Uh,
because Aaron Judge hasn't done shit.
you know, it's more than just Aaron Judge on that whole team. You know.
I mean, true, but
Okay. We can
have you
get
seen his postseason stats?
yeah. You know.
Give me
It,
Illinois, please.
yeah. I'll go Illinois. I will go
Give
with
me Oregon. You got
yeah.
to do what I did last week.
Yeah.
Still got to go for your team.
Davis Warren definitely didn't give them bulletin board material when he said that the Michigan, they were going to come in there and play hard or whatever.
I don't know how Michigan barely beat Michigan State.
We don't
I
have
thought
a
honestly,
quarterback.
I actually did think Michigan State was gonna win until I started watching that game. I was like, wow, it's impressive how bad both of these teams are.
One day we'll get a quarterback again.
That passing touchdown was pretty great. Uh, to win it.
Yeah. I long for the days of Devin Gardner.
Yeah, give me Abilene.
All right.
Give me Penn State.
You go Penn State.
Oh wait, it's a day game. It's not a night. Oh. Ugh.
I hate myself, but
I'm gonna go with it because it's funny. I think I'm just gonna go Penn State because it is funny. Wow.
I don't even
Give
really
me
know what either
Northwestern.
one of these teams are doing.
Uh, Purdue is dog water
I
this
know
year,
they're both pretty
despite
good,
putting up
but
almost 40 points on us or a little bit over 40 points on us in the second half.
yeah, I'll pick Northwestern because they have a cool temporary stadium. Despite the fact I
Yeah,
hate that they're getting rid of Ryan Field, which was one of my favorite college football stadiums.
I'm sure. I haven't seen what it's supposed to look like after the renovations are done,
As long as it's just
so
the
I'm
pillars, I
interested to
guess I'll
see.
be happy. But
Oh, I think they knocked that entire bitch down.
oh, then fuck Northwestern.
Uh,
We're going Purdue.
Give me Windiana.
Yeah, I'll go Indiana. I have their backup quarterback. He had an autograph card made when he went to Tennessee. I bought it for like $10. So if he ever turns out good, if he was like a 4 or 5 star prospect.
Uh,
If I
UCLA
have
is
to go
so ass.
old Big
I
Ten
have to
team,
go. So I have to go Nebraska here because UCLA is still yet to score more than 20 points in a game,
yeah,
and I think Nebraska can easily do that to them. Yeah,
I'll
and it's at
go.
Nebraska,
I'll go
so
new Big Ten over newer Big Ten.
fair, fair. What?
Oh,
Oh, you're gonna love this last game.
this is oh yeah, this is some. But here, Wisconsin, Iowa, that's some good old fashioned smack mouth football.
Wisconsin's the better team right now, so give me Wisconsin. I mean I don't know if it's a day game, night
It's
game.
in Iowa City
Yeah,
though, so I'm gonna go with
yeah.
Iowa.
I
They're gonna
think
wave at those
Iowa does have
kids.
an advantage.
They're gonna wave at those sick kids, and they're gonna win that game. Oh God,
Yeah, when I think Big Ten, I think
I think
uh
USC Washington. Yeah.
yeah. I actually think USC Rutgers when I think Big Ten, but oh I
When I think Big Ten, I think Northwestern, no, sorry, Notre Dame hockey and Johns Hopkins lacrosse.
give me this is a hard one.
I'll go with the bigger brand.
Yeah, if DeBoer didn't leave, Washington would be the bigger brand, but yeah, give me USC. many am I leading you by? 2? Jesus, I've dropped so many on memes. I think Nate has this in the bag. I don't think Nate loses.
Yeah, I don't think Nate can lose. He'd have to like pick opposite on every single pick
Mm-hmm.
when he comes back. All right. Do you have any closing statements you want to make here?
Um, at least the Illini didn't get blown out 63-0.
Yeah, they
You want to know what
happened.
happened? So, I went to watch the game at the Budweiser bar on Wrigley property. Um, where they're the little like park area to the side of it. They have like that building. Do you know what I'm
No,
talking
I
about?
haven't been to Wrigley since they
Oh,
renovated.
okay. So on the west side, there's like a building. It's like it has a bar, and I went to watch it with my mom there. And we get there, they had already scored a touchdown, and then we ate food, we watched the game, and then we left at halftime because I was like, okay, I'm done with this game. We're getting blown out a lot worse than I thought. Went down the store and I bought an Illini jersey. So, what do I do when the team lets me down as per usual? I spend money on them.
You give them money.
Yeah. Hey, it hasn't stopped me before.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I got to share.
All right. So see.
I was just glad to see we scored a touchdown, but
Okay.
also sad to see like all of our players getting hurt.
Yeah. So Nate will be back on Monday. Are you able to do Monday next month or no?
I don't think I can do Monday,
Okay.
so we could probably alternate or something.
Okay. Because I think his other open day was Thursday. But he
I feel like Thursday is just hard for scheduling.
Thursday's a little.
So Thursdays. So the 7th I'll be in. 14th I'll be out of town. I'm going on vacation with my mom for her birthday. 13th through the 18th.
Okie dokie. Well, we will see everybody. I guess I'll probably choose Nate then next week. So on Monday.
Yeah, sounds good.
Because he's been gone for forever.
Yeah.